Okay, hello viewers. I've been playing for a while here. Thought to record end part, maybe like half hour to 1 hour. This one has been kind of wild. We are a little bit down currently. Bottom left we make a pair with some support. Guess we could just lead here. If we happen to get raised with this main danger, with I guess there is some possibility from the bottom, but like I don't mind actually it's folding, I think, because the Jeopardy can of course have some aces and so on. Maybe occasionally like queens or something. While playing the extremely dry flop. But yeah, like I don't really want to be check raising, I guess. So far we have been very unlucky in some spots. Quite a few runouts. Let's see how this ends. Decent hand now. Top right, I will also open raise. I think it's too weak so to be calling unless we have a really good customer open raising. We really want to play against. Bottom left, just check folding basically. Top right, I think call is the way to go. And maybe even 3-betting actually. These stacks, but yeah, Billy guy has been sometimes kind of crazy. Just go for the squeeze. We are calling in position, try to hit the set. Doesn't work. Tap pot on flop clear. This guy is not really thinking too deeply of this game. I think he should be like range checking almost here. This one was actually the biggest pot or most euros I have lost today. I think we still squeeze here. Ace, king, queen. Yeah, this guy open raise. This guy played like every hand. I decided to lead here. He decides to raise. We 3-bet. We shall the turn, and he scores up with open ender that tends to hit bottom right. Wow. I mean, the problem here for checking is that we kind of block everything that would try to bluff, I guess. We actually don't have the nuts, though, but we also unblock 9-8-6. I think I'm just betting here. Let's use the Joom. Get the call, board doesn't pair. Now the question is, do we want to go like pot size turn? Or do we go smaller so that we can actually have a little more reasonably some dead fold still? Both side has own merits, I guess. Well, let's just pot. You really hate when you bet small and board pairs and then the opponent is leading to you and you have fold. Is that good enough reason to be potting down? That's a different question. I think we will 3-bet bottom right. Nice connectivity. The Billy guy is probably going to limp call. Kind of guy that plays everything basically. Well, we are flopping big, and SPR is so low that I don't think there is too much point to use like small sizing. Just potting. And we get it in. Against one player at least. I don't necessarily want to see the second guy going all in as well. Against one player we can be still like totally crushing, but this 80% beautiful. Yeah, this guy is wild. Back 9 for deuce, limp call. Hope he rebuys. Look like it. And on the top right, he's also he's the one 3-betting this time. Yeah, we could have actually just called. I don't mind either way. To be honest, flop is pretty nice. SPR is a bit deeper, so I will use third sizing and bottom right. We are deep stacked. I mean, this one we probably could be 4-betting sometimes as well. Top left, I'm going to check back, and I guess we will often get chance to check back here. I don't see much value in betting. He can still have higher flushes. He might have bolts, but he's scared about the aces. Luckily, he has deposit wrap. And bottom right, we don't hit super strong. We also have some domination issues against potential higher wraps. Sizing, so I guess we have the call. I'm not actually loving it, but well, now we have a little bit better. Might make some sense to be leading actually, but guess we just pop the river. Hope he has aces and is unable to fold or something like that. Plus it flush draws here, or some in 10 gets cut here. That's very sweet spot if we bet the turn. And I was like thinking if I bet turn and he raises, could we potentially like bet fold? That also feels a little bit stupid. Guess we just call bottom right, keep stacked out of position. Top left 3-way SPRs are kinda low, so guess I don't mind betting. That's now kinda interesting turn because there is also like I don't need massive amount of protection, but I think I kinda prefer betting. I would check back if I had like a bit stronger draws. And I mean, if he gets raised, I guess we just fold. We will have obviously king 10, king, etc. here. Good amount. That's usually very rare that we get raised. This time though, it did happen. But yeah, I could definitely see that hand potentially going both ways. Blimp, blimp. Snap fold, nice. Double to the double pair. Not even sure if I have had one of these so far. Well, I think there was some aces. Nothing for me till aces top left, so be the interesting one. I will obviously 3-bet. Let's cold call out of position, classical move. Guess we will just bet call here. Bean blocker as well. SPR is kinda low. Sky pots, I mean, usually going to be some sort of draw. Guess we can't fold really. I don't love this, but oh. Let's go. Ooh. I think that's really questionable looking line for the opponent. That was kind of justice. Maybe I'm wrong though, and it's fine line, but I don't think sets are usually, and you want to be potting and so on. I can see the logic behind it, so that was a nice spot to get lucky. Very, very nice. I've had quite a few unlucky moments, so definitely balances the scale somewhat at least. This one was actually one of those super stupid moments. See if I have time to. Yeah, so I opened raised top right, this guy 3-bet Billy guy once again cold. Kind of funny if we somehow win with the ace 5 now. Be unlikely though. Not this guy raises. He's kind of saying he has breaked, I guess. Have something wider than that though. We will squeeze top left. Bottom right, maybe we have to call. It kind of sucks we have the pocket pair and so on. You do also have the backdoor of not flush draw, and flop is super dry, so he can't be like range betting here. Top left, we get everyone to fold. That's pretty nice. Kind of tempting to bet just because my river playability just sucks so heavily, but does it really make sense? We actually make kind of decent bluff catcher because we have the 10-10 blockers as well. With the ace. Kind of funny run out. Well, he was bluffing. Went perfectly, at least result wise. Meantime, top left and queen blocker is pretty nice here. Yes, we bet, but we probably can't fold because we are also unblocking like all the straightening cards. I will call here, I will give up if the straight completes basically, but stack off otherwise. 94%. That was beautiful. Bottom left, we get very fair looking price. So let's call, make the nuts not plus. He checks. Don't want to see check raised. Huh? Queen 7-5 against one player from position. Then we face 3-bet. Oh yeah, this one was kind of funny. So this guy was on the MP, was really good customer, so I decided to just call. He gets 4-way pot, he bets half, but I decided to just call because I have top 2 and straight. You could argue raising, I guess. But I was kind of hoping this guy would now bet the turn and we could shove, but he decides to check, so I bet. It's 2 calls and the river is 9. It's kind of annoying because now this some boats complete, but we also have king queen. But yeah, this guy also was typed that he was playing a lot of hands. I don't honestly know, like, should I just shove here? Hope that opponents call with some sort of, I don't know, thing. I just didn't see too much value in betting, so I decided to check that this guy shoves. Decided to try and call. Expecting to lose very often, but I mean, we have the king queen, so it's like best possible blockers, and he has 9-9-8-3, so he had one outer basically on the flop, and on the turn he was also blocking the 3, so 3 out. As I had the straight already, so king or queen would have made better both for me. Was kind of brutal one. Okay, we are folding top left and top right. Well, this one might be massive. Have middle set and not plus draw, so raise. Try to get the money in and hope we are not against the top set. But if we are still going to have like 35% equity, I guess. And if he folds, I mean, there was a lot of straight draws, so it's not like massive. And it's obviously very bad. We don't get action, but there is also merit in protection. I guess I fold top left, rainbow kings. I don't think it's good enough to continue. I could take the image and check where is the threshold, but I think it should be better connectivity than 10-7. Maybe something like Jack 9 or King 10. 10-9, something like that. Of course, depends heavily also probably on the actual rake level. lower the reg, wider you can call. And of course, we can also argue to have a post-flop edge and potentially call wider that way, but let's see. If it's close in GTL, then we most likely could have called profitably and so on. And this short stack probably shouldn't have like any calling range, would be my guess at least. Very often people don't play like they should be playing very 3-bet heavy against opens, but that doesn't happen. I don't know, do we want to bet this? We have the 9-6, so we also have to fold, I guess, if this short stack shoves. Not sure. I mean, there's not massive amount of value in checking back, I would say. We also have 3 spade. Bottom left really sucks this flop. Very small sizing, but if I had gutsshot with my hand, it would be easy call, but might still be a call, at least theory-wise, when we have 2 backdoor flush draws. Mr. Billy came on the top left. And we flop massively here. Just see, but calls we turn the notch. Still have the notch. Unblock, like this guy can make some very questionable calls, I would imagine. Come on, you can call with 2 pair or something. Nice. 9 deuce. Oh man, this guy, this is maybe the absolute best customer I have ever had. With this questionable honor, I guess, to receive. I mean, I was expecting to see some wild calls, but that was still amazing. In 4 deuce 3. Yeah, he was probably thinking, oh, there is 2 busted flush draws, I can't fold. Well, I guess we call. Yeah, of course, you don't want to shove. Let's leave 5 BB. 5 BB behind, and this might be expensive now. This might also be a trap. I guess we just raise, so like if he has aces, then I'm going to raise my. And anyway, I don't mind to get protection here, so. Yes, set. Yeah. Top right, we do have some draws. We had 10, we might bet, of course we might also look to check raise. Beautiful to see. Snap fold. I wonder what kind of hands, like in this spot for example, 10x for example makes pretty reasonable hands to sometimes check raise as a value obviously, but what kind of bluffs we would want to have check raising. Well, bottom right we flop the notch with support. Yeah, I guess we just raise here against this. Well, we don't have the nut straight anymore, but we also have two flush draws, so I think we just pot. And in a way, I don't mind to see the fold. Top right, I defended as the cutoff was using min raise sizing, and is kinda garbage though. Even though it's double suited. And let's call one top left at also reasonable price. Now the price is not so great, and we don't have a backdoor flush draw potential anymore. Bottom right, so we flop pretty nicely. Action. I think if he raises, we would just shove, I believe. Be the theory approved play if I'm not wrong. Top left is probably theory-wise too wide to open. Will semi-bluff the turn, so. And bottom right, I think squeeze is in order. I guess we get heads up, but then we'll call. We can still fold like some pretty bad flops. It's not very bad. I mean, it doesn't really matter what I do here, to be honest. Point always shove. Probably has the aces, which we are crossing. Top left, 1 BP call. I mean, well, let's not say anything. I don't want to jinx my session. Bottom left, kinda weird spot, to be honest. 5-way. I kinda want to bet here. Because one, it looks really strong. But we also block like decent amount of stuff. Still have equity if someone calls like with some ace-7 or something. So to be honest, I'm also repping kinda thin overall. Because on the flop, I only have one player behind. But if I have like a set, for example, or top 2, there's reasonably high chance that I would bet, because I can't really expect the opponent to bet behind most ever. And that said, I can still have like some ace7, ace6. I mean, definitely also some ace-jack without much backup and so on. Top left have the call and probably have the fold. Well, I guess that sizing may not. Yes, we call. Take the free card. And then take the showdown and hope it's enough. The case, wow. Ace, ace, king, 9. Guess he was kind of trapping. I don't think you want to be. I mean, he should be just potting the flop. But if you come to the turn, problem with checking back is that, of course, sometimes if I have some fairly strong hand draw, I might be semi-bluffing and he gets it in, probably. But there is also quite a lot of straight draws that are actually very happy to take the free equity or some one pair off and so on. Nine, 9, 8, 7, pretty nice. Decent starting hand. I think we will just check back this one. Like, there is obviously benefit from some protection against overcards, but when we don't block the overpairs, I think the check back is standard option. And let's check again. Now we make the low straight. It's actually pretty hard to get value, but I think we have the best hand also very often. Might be theory-wise, so actually a check back. Let's just check back. Yeah, so this kind of hand, it might call, obviously. I think against that player, it's probably more often call than at least check raise bluff. But the problem in calling is that that kind of hand might also check raise and turn itself into bluff, and that's obviously disaster, as we have the folds the hand then. But yeah, it's kind of interesting spots that he reverses straight, but in a way there is basically no hands that is like clear call that is weaker than ours, I would say. Then bunch of the hands that are weaker are also kind of reasonable to check raise and bluff with. So I would say if we have a strong read that the opponent is not the kind of player to, for example, turn that hand into bluff, then we have pretty clear value bet spots, which might be the case here, to be honest. But then if we think he might be turning those into bluff, the check back is probably the best option. Just bet here, triple pair, we unblock jack 10. Action. Bottom left is kinda crappy triple suited and three dangler. I would probably open if it was just two hearts. Play half hour more, or around 1 hour, and then end, I guess, unless we get like Billy back on action or something. Something like that. Well, we flop the bolt, unblock the heart. Let's try to float the bot. Nice. Now we go kind of big and hope he has the flush and is unable to hold it. We get the fold. If I checked here, I think he's going to check back a lot. Bottom left facing kind of weird sizing. I mean, double suited, I don't think we can fold. And this is definitely looks better than it is. We have jack, high flush draw and cut, so yeah, I don't know about this one, to be honest. Is it too weak to just fold? It is, but just going to fold. If he bet half, what I would call. No, I'm actually starting to feel a bit tired as well. Probably at least 2.5 half hour session so far. I think bottom right is a bit too strong to fold. Could actually check that later on. But here we obviously have to fold. I mean, check raising could maybe be option. I would like to have some form of nut cut, so preferably do that. I had queen 10 8 4, for example, with two backdoor flush draws. We could definitely think about it. Top left. Don't mind to just call if someone opens. So against the cutoff we are super deep. Not sure if that's a reason to 3-bet this kind of hand. So against the limp, obviously easy ISO raise. Top right we have a kind of a, I would say, weak aces, triple suits and deuce 3. It's like that awesome. And even less awesome on this flop. His top left limp behind maybe. Also that. And of course someone raises. Unfortunately. I mean, I guess we called him. I think my hand could make a reasonable lead if we had like some sort of queen check opponent. Yeah, I don't. Again, not having any sort of queen or check kind of sucks for bluffing, I would say. Bottom right, only ace of hearts, so I think we will check. Most check, check, so very often we have the best hand, I would say. Often. Top left for EP, I think the hand is a bit on the weak side. Same story, bottom right. Is queen jack deuce. And queen of diamond is pretty nice for C, but I think so. It's probably kinda similar EVs, the both check back and C, but often in those situations I tend to draw the line. Like if I have a good flush draw blocker, I will bet, and if I don't, then I will check back. If I don't have like at least some sort of pair blocker. If I only have the straight trap and like backdoor flush draw, for example, it will then really go toward checking if I don't block the flush draw. Top left, big bet on 10-6 deuce. Jack is potentially action card. Like a lot of 10x that calls. Flop will improve with the jack somehow. Now 9-8 got here. Does Mr. Campbell fire? No, he calls with king 9 deuce. Other guy actually had a set with the straight blocker, makes sense. I think this call on the flop against such a big bet is already a bit questionable. These kings. And I mean, preflop is also kinda loosey-goosey, I would say. These kings. I mean, we do have the best position, so yeah, I'm not sure. Let's actually take this. Theory-wise, this might be a bit loose indeed. Yes, this should be a fold. I don't hate the call, so it's kind of similar spot to this guy on the top left. So I think he was cut off, and we were on the bottom now. Folds 3 deuce, bottom left. You don't want to have a 3 deuce. Upright, easy open with the blockers. As default. It's pretty rare I don't open this kind of triple Broadway ace king or AX. But sometimes if you have like some really crazy player, you might want to be just... Because even if the opponent is totally crazy, like, do you really want to be calling 3-bet with rainbow ace king 10? Well, top right, we have a pretty nice wrap with 2 backdoor flush draws. We get raised, I would just call, and on this turn we are actually checking back. Taking the free equity, and we don't get here. And now on the river, if it checks, it's really hard for us to represent value and in a way, because we would barrel a lot of 2-pair sets on the turn. Meantime, bottom left, we have this guy leading very small 1/3 on the flop. Now we are folding. Yeah, basically I wouldn't mind to barrel like basically any other suit use. But the spade is the worst. We don't have it, and it gives the drought here. Bottom right would be kind of tempting to get check raise in. Because the playability of the hand is somewhat limited. On the other hand, I don't know. Top left, we do block the king 10, have kind of weak flush, so just check back. Don't mind if he makes like a straight, for example. Guess we bet now. So many straight draws also that we could be semi-bluffing. And super annoying spots now on the bottom right as we block our boat out so heavily. Still top sets for turn bet here, like he can be value betting also some other stuff. Of course, the problem is that we are actually blocking those quite a bit, so I don't know. Feels kind of dirty spot. Bottom left. I have no idea about the turn really. Would have also just called pre-flop, to be honest. Oh man, we were so dominating his hand basically. Higher shoots and so on. Oh well. Well, he probably would not have folded his hand. Turning the trips, river in the boat. Yeah, I think I will end the session here. Getting a bit tired. I also think best customers kind of left. This couple of them. So let's end it here. Actually, I could take big blind on the bottom left. We just started the orbits on these other two tables. These guys get this hand finished today. We leave all tables. It's top left. I think it's kind of close. Basically the bottom, I would call it. Well, that's... Now we really hope he has aces, I guess. Yeah, I won't be raising here. I don't probably have any raising range anyway here. Villain has the huge ace advantage. This is like the only hand I'm really happy about deck raising. For value. He continues betting. Just call again. Now King's got here as well. Come on, bet. Beautiful, beautiful. I think at this point there is very high chance he has king or ace. Not even sure if he's value betting really with the not flush. Kind of thin. Might also be some bluffs, obviously. Well, he probably doesn't have aces at least. Oh, he does. I think it's unfoldable. Unfoldable spots basically. Luckily I didn't have queen jack 8 because, or queen jack 8 because then I would have folded. Small things. Upright, we do have ace queen and cut, so let's call. So I'm not too happy because this board is like as dry as it gets basically. And top left, are we going to give the previous spot back? Yeah, not the greatest flop. We are not going to fold, so come on. Of course they get rewarded, like stupid 3, but I would say that's too low. Too low for rundown to be 3-bet calling. Well, at least he was a little bit short stack, so. Yeah, we almost lost what we won on the previous hand. Well, that's how it sometimes goes. Would have hit the top set with ace king 10 rainbow as well. I don't think this is called, so yeah, I have a bunch of quadro images. 5 of them seems like. Let's go through them. Moment. Yeah, those kind of plays are kind of annoying to lose against. Let's check this one as well, like from the opponent's point of view. I I'm pretty sure that's like too low to be 3-betting, but I mean, I guess it's not totally absurd. But you need to keep in mind that when we talk about 3-bet game, it is a lot of about domination, even in heads up, and when we go like to those really low rundowns, the domination tends to be kind of backfiring the benefit of the opponent. The session ending was really nice, so I think we made at least 300 profit during this recording, and maybe even a bit more. So here 8654 was the Julie, but if we have button open raising and the small blind has the chance to 3-bet, what is the lowest double suited rundown kind of thought hands that? So I guess double suited unpaired connected. Oh yeah, rundowns. Well, we can see here 8765 prefers to actually call. Yeah, like 9865 would be, well, actually 100%, like 9765, then 986. So yeah, I would say it's like a little bit too wide. 8654. This is like kind of borderline between folding and calling. I mean, once you 3-bet this kind of hand and you face a 4-bet, I don't think we have a single folding combo that category. Yeah, 100% some A high is going to fold, but these ones are always calling. At that point, this is also kind of like sort of league that people have. They 3-bet too much and then they get into kind of spots where they probably have the call still, but the thing is you don't want to be in that spot, especially as the 4-bet range tends to be more ace heavy. So like here I check how much aces I should have. I guess it's something like 50 to 60%. It's a really small number here, 62.8, I believe. My eyesight is almost too bad to even reach this. 63%, I believe. My 4-betting range, theory-wise, should be aces here. But this number is usually going to be quite a bit higher, probably closer to 80% even in these positions. Which I think is still going to backfire probably on the... Oh, I'm not sure. It's probably kind of bad overall. If there is more aces. Ace King 10-10 Rainbow MP Open, we folded cutoff, which I think is standard rainbow hand. I guess Ace King 10 would be calling, or actually 3-betting. It's also 3-betting 10. No, it's just a fold. 0.12, so I mean, with the good reads, passive opponents behind, good customers, Yes, you could argue calling, but I would say folding is way. Rainbow combo. King 8-3. So here I decided to call in position. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Well, let's see. Let's see. Well, how is this GTO wise? King. If we have. What's the bottom? That's one. Single suited kings. We are folding 10% of them. So not too many. Yeah, there is actually like king 8-3, 7 deuce. Was 8-3. But yeah, it's like 0.02 only. Better to be folding GTO wise, so this is totally fine at least. How about cutoff if he has something like that? He's going to be folding, and it's actually massively minus EV. GTO wise, almost 0.4. So yeah, position is power. Not flat colored, so value goes down here. 0.2, almost minus EV. So I kind of accidentally, maybe somewhat accidentally played it. Well, here defended big blind against the button in 8-7-4. I mean, again, hands that some people might even be happily pre-betting. But PTO wise, this hand is just a fold. We'll shoot that. Oh, kinda close. So again, I don't think defending this is necessarily shirt, like 0.1 minus EV. Yes, if we change this to 5, it's going to be defend then. What point we go with the 6, it would start to mix like 3-betting. Yeah. But this is also like kind of way you can study. Like you start with that one combo you actually had on the hand, and then you go like, well, what point are we going to start 3-betting? Queen 9, 8, 7 would be like kind of first one, I guess. That would be clear 3-bet GTO wise. So a little bit questionable, but don't hate it completely at least. Button open, we folded king 10 7, so again, is this fold? And if it's fold, where is the threshold? So if we say king rainbow, fold 75%, so a lot. Then if we go to the have the ace, but if we don't have the ace, yeah, it's actually more limited than I was thinking. We can play like some of these king in jack, king in 10-9 actually seems to prefer 3-betting, but the EV is very close. So I don't think calling any of these combos is necessarily super bad. Either or clearly bad. Compared to 3-betting. Oh yeah, king 10 7 is obviously heavily minus EV if it's this close. Of course, with lower rake. 0.1 basically, 0.11. Yeah, I don't mind folding, and I don't think this guy was any sort of random button clicker type. Here I open raised, and my plan was to initially fold this small blind 3-betting, but then the big blind called, and I decided to then call, getting better price and better implied case. I hit the set. Question is, was that reasonable? Queen, jack, jack. We have again single suited. We are not folding much, but we are folding like some of these. Like jack 6, 7, 7. So with the dangler, basically. Interestingly, like queen, jack, jack, deuce is calling for some reason. Not sure what is the reasoning. Yeah, I guess it's probably not horrendous to be calling like actually all of these, more or less. But now, of course, if we check this with the cold call, the problem is that big blind cold call range should be extremely narrow, like bit over 1%. And in reality, it might be closer to 10% than 1.3%. But GTO-wise, we will definitely call wider with this component as well. That kind of falls into the idea that I had my reasoning, but maybe the hand in the first place is kind of like okay. But I would be somewhat careful. I think also one of the reasons like this is okay is that the small blind or 3-betting range should be obviously kind of wide if it's tighter. So let's say, well, the problem is we don't have probably too many of these, but let's say we are in open raising MP, and I mean, yeah, we don't really open like queen, jack, jack much at all in the first place, and once we open are going to be nicely connected or double suited. What if we have like king? Those we have as single suits with not so great connectivity. We go to the bottom of the calling range, king, jack 7. Once that starts folding, I still have like some connectivity here, but they are like break even. Once we are folding, probably has like clearly bad connectivity. I would say like here the logic is very clear overall. We need better connectivity, but the button versus small blind 3-bet range is supposed to be quite a bit wider. But is that the case in reality necessarily? This time he had aces. But yeah, you want to ask that. Ask that in game from yourself. But yeah, thanks for watching and bye for now.